What's up, family? Dr. Eve here. Hope all is well. Just checking in to see who's doing chores today. It is New Year's Eve, and y'all know, like our grandma always told us, y'all better make sure those clothes are clean. Now, I've had weeks to do this. Thank God my daughter reset the home before she went on a little vacation, but there's still a few things to do, like bed linen, things like that. So, ugh, I'm going to take my time and get these things done. And I wish somebody would tell my daughter that it's not okay to keep washing these blankets, these big old thick comforters, once a week, because baby, they need to go to the laundromat because they will tear your washing machine up washing them because they're so thick. And that's, I believe, down. And it is thick. Not only that, but she put it in here with another blanket. Okay, so let's just start that one and get this other one and hang it up. Let's see, get this party started so I don't be here all night dragging out things. I'll take this and put it in the basket so I can put another load of clothes in. Anybody else doing chores today? This is a vlog about home, keeping the home. You guys, that's what this one's about. And I am getting some things done before the new year comes in. Let's get some clothes washed. Okay, hey, Happy New Year. How's it going? Hope all is well. What's up, Glenn? What's up? Good to see you this morning. Getting some house stuff done. How's it going? Are you doing chores too? Because guess what? You know what your grandma told you. She said, make sure that all those clothes are clean before the new year comes in. That's what Granny said. Granny said, make sure. You too. Good to be seen. Absolutely. Clothes, putting a load of wash, gathering all the sheets and things, cleaning the beds. Before the new year comes in. What New Year's traditions do you all have? I try not to make too many. I'm not making no New Year's resolutions because all I want is God's will for my life. Where is the bleach? You can tell I haven't been in here in a while. It's probably downstairs. Probably have to go get some from downstairs. But we might not. I'm going to put some borax in here. It cleans better. Anyway, this girl uses a lot of borax. I'm telling you. Does anyone here use borax? I love borax. But my daughter uses a lot of it. Anybody else here like borax? I make my own soap powder too. But today I'm using up some of this detergent, but I'm putting in some borax too. When you wash, you use borax. Borax, did you know that borax is a laundry booster and multi-purpose cleaner? Did you know that? Borax cleans the laundry, cleans the bathroom, and cleans around the home. So you can put it in spray bottles, wall boards, countertops, glasses, and vinyl tiles. It cleans various surfaces. It cleans the bathroom. You can put it on a damp sponge or cloth and wipe on shower tub, tile. Oh yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah, I've used it for the tub. It's actually really good for the tub because it's grainy, and because it's grainy, it scrubs. And I usually just put it on. I have a specific one of those little, those little sponges, not a sponge, but scrubs. I have designated a scrub just for scrubbing the tub. And this works well because it's grainy. It's actually better than Comet, but it's natural. It is all natural since 1891. It was actually in 1881 borax was discovered. A team of 20 mules formed a 100-foot-long team and took 10 days to transport 10 tons of borax from a remote mines in Death Valley to the railroad so it could be boxed and used in homes all across America. Wow. Borax is still focused on delivering a natural clean for homes everywhere. I think that we've gotten away from a lot of natural stuff, which is why, because we want convenience, and because we have want convenience, we struggle now with the environmental harms. Because these detergents, many of them don't have harmful products in them. Let's get that going and go grab some clothes. I'm gonna grab some clothes out of here. Hang this blanket up and get my home cleaned. Get my house cleaned up. Hey there. I have on new glasses, but it's still having a hard time seeing. Let me cut the light on. I've got some new glasses, but I'm still having trouble seeing a little bit. So let's get these little bit of dishes washed. What? This morning I had, for all of you who are following my Living Well challenge, if you would like to join me on that challenge, we're going to be meeting every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. So if you'd like to be a part of that, click the link in my description. Oh, that's water. What is your favorite thing to do? I don't know, I have a lot of favorites, but depending on what the season is, what is yours? Be kind. What's your favorite? Hey, Emmy Grace. How are you? I knew you was here. I saw your shoes. Y'all, look who's here this morning.
Hey guys.
Emmy Grace. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? Go brush your teeth. That's my grandbaby. I knew she was here somewhere. So we have this challenge going on. Um, it's not a challenge really, it's a series that I'm doing. And the series is designed to do it somewhere else. The series, look in the bottom, that bottom drawer. The series is designed to help us look at ways to live healthier, the way we eat, the way we grow our food, to be intentional about what our bodies need related to and reducing the effects of chronic illness, all the things, because so many of our folks are just, sudden death has been around. I have seen so many folks in this season just passing away. Did you find it, Emery? Hold on, let me help my baby find her toothbrush. Well, Grandma has some under, where they at? Look in the basket underneath the bed. As a matter of fact, get some toothpaste from under there too, because I can't reach it. Hold on a minute. Let me pull this out. Get that basket at the top. Pull that basket out at the top. Hold on, y'all. I'm helping my grandbaby. No. At the top. Yeah, all the way at the top. Pull that one at the top out. At the top. Right here, baby. At the top of the bed. Pull that basket out. That's up here. It's clear. Up here. Up here. I'm sorry. We're trying to get some toothpaste. Yeah, pull it out. It's white. Let's see. Yeah, that's the one. Just grab toothpaste out of there, because here goes some toothbrushes over here. All right. Just open it up and grab toothpaste. Can you open it? Let me see if I can get it. Go grab a toothbrush over there. It's peeping out of the box. You see it? You see it right there to the right. In that basket, right where you're standing. Okay, we gotta get some toothpaste out of here. Here we go. No candy this early. You haven't eaten. Okay, found it. Toothbrush, toothpaste. My mommy was doing your hair? It's pretty. Brush good. Okay, back to home duties. I'm gonna be cooking some. Let me see if I can put y'all up here. Nope, can't see up there. I'll put y'all right here. I'm gonna be cooking some black-eyed peas. So I'm gonna put them in some water, soak them. Yeah, I got a problem with my spigot. It just started. Gotta get a new piece. It's always something. It is always something. I am putting some Water soaking my black eyed peas. That's a staple food for New Year's. So we are getting that going. Finish washing these dishes. Oh, I'm almost finished. All right. So that's that. I need to grab all of the clothes, get them out here, hang this blanket up to dry. No, you need a little more time brushing. At least a couple minutes. Okay?
How many?
2 minutes. Don't you have one of those little sand things at home where you take your time and brush your teeth?
Yeah.
Well, you need that. Huh?
It's at home.
Well, time yourself. 2 minutes at least. Give your teeth a good brushing.
I don't know how to talk it.
Okay, I'll time it. You just start. Okay? Make sure you get all your teeth. All of them. Front, back, crevices. Okay. Get down, Po. Oh, they like to play in the baskets. The cats like to play in the basket, so they about to make it. They about to get in the way. They about to get in the way. Are you brushing? Get the top ones up underneath. Uh-huh. Yeah, get in there. Yeah, get the ones up the top. Okay, turn your toothbrush this way, like this. Open. Get the gum. Get that side. You see how I'm doing it? Go get them teeth. Okay. Sometimes you gotta stop and brush teeth with them because they will miss every single tooth. Every single tooth. All right, I am up and at it, and I need this banana. I need this banana, a piece of toast. Feel better, don't it? Let me see. Okay, you need to focus on keeping them pretty teeth, them adult teeth, nice and clean. Okay. All right. Did you have a nice Christmas? That gift over there is for you. What did you get for Christmas?
I got a camera, Xbox from Daddy and Mommy. I got what's it called? I forgot what it was called.
Do you know how to play? You know how to play the games on the Xbox?
Yeah.
You do?
I got a Bop It. I got Connect 4. I got Flutter. I got Tony's boxes where you put little characters up there and they sing music and at the end of the story they do stories.
They do stories. Okay.
And
You play the game with Daddy? You can play. Y'all can play while y'all are away from each other. Like Oh, Roblox. So you didn't play you didn't play your Xbox?
I did.
Oh, you did. It got old.
I'm gonna get SpongeBob for my dad
Okay.
game.
Well, that's from Grandma and Granddad and Santa. Let's see.
I'll be closing my eyes when I open them.
Why?
But I don't want to see what it is.
So she's opening her present from Grandma, Granddad, and Santa.
Come over here.
I didn't know.
On the count of 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much.
Have you ever seen that before? You have? Well, awesome. Cause we was like, what do we?
Cause I was drawing and I saw this. Cause I was learning how to draw and I saw that.
You did? Okay. Well, you get to have some fun art stuff. Put the paper in the trash. Remove all the stuff before you start opening the boxes. Okay. What do you want for breakfast? Did you eat already?
Probably a grilled cheese or something like that.
I don't know if I have any sandwich cheese. Nope.
Or if you don't, just peanut butter and jelly.
Let's see. I have some sharp cheddar. I have some sharp cheddar. No? Or you just want peanut butter and jelly? Well, I don't even know if I have peanut butter and jelly because Grandma has changed her diet. I think I got just enough raspberry preserves.
Okay.
Okay. Grandma has had to rethink her grocery list and the things that she eats so that, hey y'all, what's happening? I'm hanging out with my grandbaby and talking to y'all at the same time. We about to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Peanut butter and strawberry preserves. Listen, does anybody else use a bread box? Because I do not really like bread. Because bread goes bad. Does anybody else use a bread box? I have to use a bread box. And it seems to keep the bread pretty fresh. What is it about the bread box, y'all, that keeps the bread fresh? What do you think it is, Emily Grace, that keeps the bread fresh?
I think it is that the bread is in the box, so it can't have germs and stuff get on it.
Maybe air? Maybe it removes the air? The amount of air?
The air.
I'm not really sure. I'm wondering though. How does the bread box, how does the bread box extend the life of the bread? Anybody know? Okay, I'm gonna make peanut butter and jelly. right. I love peanut butter. Did your sister have a nice Christmas?
Mhm.
Good.
I got
Mommy,
a lot of stuff.
did she?
Yes. I got $20.
Okay.
And I forgot what that one toy was called.
Do you like it? What does it do? Hmm?
I'm forgetting everything right now. All I'm thinking about is peanut butter and
Peanut butter and jelly.
um,
Well, what does the hmm?
think,
What does the toy actually do?
I think,
Happy New Year.
yeah.
I'm hanging out with my granddaughter, y'all. We doing home economics up in here, washing clothes and all the stuff, making the peanut butter and jelly sandwich right now, though. But we are preparing for the new year. You know how grandma say, make sure them clothes clean.
Wait, today's the New Year?
New Year's Eve. Tomorrow's New Year's. Tomorrow will be a brand new year. And I hope you did everything you wanted to do in 2025. Cause baby, it was cray cray. 2025 was cray cray. Yes, indeed. Okay. Peanut butter sounds so good right now, and dipped in some chili. Bloodstained believer, dip it in some chili. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I love peanut butter, but I learned last night that peanut butter is not good for the coronary arteries. Yep, it clogs them up. And I'm like, I eat a lot of peanut butter. I love peanut butter crackers. Absolutely, don't I, Emmy Race? I mean, I fiend off of those. When I'm hungry, that's my go-to. Peanut butter crackers. We're gonna get the last little bit. We're gonna get the last little bit of this strawberry preserves for Emery. Do you eat yours on toast? Do you like it on toast? Bloodstain? Bloodstain believer? Oh, this one. This one wasn't hardly open. Do you take peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to school?
Hmm?
Do you take peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to school?
I used to when I used to have my lunchbox, but now it's only mold in there.
Oh, why?
I don't know.
Oh, so you don't take lunch anymore?
No.
You eat lunch at school?
Mm-mm.
Do you enjoy lunch school?
Yeah.
School lunch? It's probably mold in there because it needs to be cleaned out.
The only reason why I don't like school lunch is that I don't make it milk. I'll just bring my water bottle or something.
You don't like milk? Why you don't like milk?
Because I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh, it hurts your tummy? Does it? Where you learn that from?
My mom told me that.
Oh. Do you go to the bathroom?
Mm.
Does it make you go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
I used to be. I'm that way too. I don't drink milk. Sound like you're struggling. There you go, baby.
Thank you.
One peanut butter and raspberry preserves up for Emmy Grace. She says she also likes it on top of pancakes. You do. Peanut butter? You do eat it on toast? I like it on toast, but baby I never tried it on pancakes.
Hmm? Okay.
Pants? You losing your pants. You want some here, Granddad? You can have this. Granddad left this for me, but I don't. Trying to minimize sugar. One piece of banana to go with it.
Yes.
Okay, let's get you something to wash it down. It gets thick on pancakes when you add the syrup, so please take that into thought. If you guys decide to ever try it, I probably won't ever try that one. Blue Saint Banner. um, there you go. Say your grace.
Father,
God is great.
God is great. God
God
is
is
good.
good. Let us thank Him
Let us thank Him
for our food.
for our food.
Bless the hands.
Hmm?
Bless the hands
Bless the hands
of those who prepared.
of those who prepare.
In Jesus' name,
In Jesus' name.
amen. Okay, what else did I want to give her? Oh, the banana. The banana. Grandma used to eat banana and peanut butter sandwiches. Now, that was a real thing. How about that? You ever done that one, Bloodstained Banner? Grandma used to eat banana and peanut butter sandwiches. Thank you. Yep. Bloodstained Banner, I'm starting a new challenge. Not challenge, but a lifestyle series. You didn't like the banana? You like banana and chocolate milkshakes. I love that for you. I need to make me an avocado toast. That's what I need. I had some rolled oats this morning, but for some reason I'm still hungry. And oatmeal fills you up because it's very, very fibrous. Do you need a napkin? And when Grace, you're getting tall. The children are growing so fast, huh? You are tall, young lady. Are you taller than most of the kids in your class? You are?
Even the boys.
Oh, really? She got height. You hear me?
I'm right here.
Wow. Yep.
I'm even higher than last time.
Hmm?
I'm even higher than last time.
I bet. And your feet growing too? Your feet look little for as tall as you are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You gonna be tall like your daddy. I hope you ain't as tall as your daddy though, cause your daddy is tall. I mean, he tall, tall. Maybe you'll get to a certain height and cap. What is my new adventure going to be? Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so the new journey, you know, Bloodstained Banner, I had a hypertensive event December 4th or 5th, I think it was, right before right before the event that I had planned for December 7th. And my blood pressure shot up to 227 over 96. I was at stroke numbers. And I had to get to the hospital because I needed intervention. I left there with blood pressure medication, and baby, what we not going to do over here is take BPP medicines, okay? Because they are not a cure. That's right, they're not a cure. They are a band aid. So my first goal is was to discover, first of all, to get the situation under control, and I believe now that I have had 2 or almost 3 weeks, this working on my third week now of managing it. And so I left there with medication, but what we discovered in my post visit was that I was really in a grief state because I told you all before my brother died 3 months ago. He died from all of those things: stroke, he had a stroke, but he had coronary artery disease, and he also was an amputee, so he had all three: diabetes, and all of them are interchangeable. So if we don't begin to think about what we eat and how foods, combination of foods, and getting rid of sugar. Hello there. Then we find ourselves, our vessels as we get older also lose elasticity. So at any rate, I discovered that I was really sitting with grief as well in my body because I just kept going and going and going and going. And then shortly after that, I lost my mother-in-law. So it was like a series of things that was happening. And also, and I don't never. That's how I handle grief. I just keep going. And I believe I was just extremely stressed out. My heart was stressed out. Because I believe that I eat well, but I do need to do some things differently if my body is having these events. Go ahead and eat. If my body is struggling, then I need to do something differently. So the new Living Well is a lifestyle series is about looking at our grocery lists, is looking at how we match foods, blend foods, the right foods, what good softeners, good sweeteners, good fruits, good nuts, good things. What's the list? And so I'm going to be doing a series on that. And I also will do a once a week Tuesday check in through Zoom with those who want to participate and want to live a healthier lifestyle, because the goal is to reverse, help people to reverse by living and eating God's food, right? God's food the way He intended it to be, because it was never intended for us to consume all of these processed foods. And a lot of things that I've learned over these last couple of weeks is that some of the things that I absolutely love, I love peanuts. They grow from the earth, right? But they aren't the best peanuts for someone who is struggling with BP. Now, I don't know if BP, if it was something that started, how or how long it had been going on, but I had an event, right? And I recognized in my body that something was going on, and I thank God I had a blood pressure cuff at home, so I used it, and my blood pressure was up. Now, but I panicked. I have a bad habit of panicking with fear. Fear kicked in. My adrenaline shot through the roof, and of course my blood pressure shot through the roof as well, and ended up being an event, a real event that I felt like I had absolutely no control. I felt like I absolutely could not bring myself back. I absolutely could not breathe and bring myself back. I didn't know what to do. I was fear. It was pure fear. Like, and I think because all I could think about was my brother just died. My brother just died from this, and so that made it, that intensified the fear that I was experiencing. And so my goal is, as a researcher, is to look at the science and to share what I'm learning with others and to get together, provide a supportive community so that we can check in with ourselves, so that we have, we can do it together, because trying to heal your body alone is dangerous because you don't know what things to use, what's not good, what's good, and like I said, I'm a researcher, so I'm going to bring the science. I'm not a medical doctor, but I love research and I'm going to bring that science. Is it classified as anxiety, or was that your body attacking you? It was classified as anxiety. Well, because I had a history of anxiety, I was not on anxiety medications. I was on them a couple years ago, and I weaned myself off of them. So it was pretty much grief. Was I was grieving. I was scared. I was so it kicked in the anxiety basically. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing, like I didn't know that grief could make you feel that way, scared of dying, because I remember saying to the doctor, I said, wait, after I asked all the right questions, I asked, I told her what I was doing. I was very vigilant and very proactive. I basically said, listen, I won't eat anything if this is food that's causing this. I will go fast. I will fast and completely shut this body down until and start giving it back things that so I can figure out what's ailing it, because sometimes you do have to do a detox. You have to detox the body. That's why we fast every single month. We fast the first 3 days of the month to reset the body every single month. Water fast, dry fast, veggie fast, raw veggie fast, because many of us don't realize that, the things that we're eating do affect our bodies. But anyway, nevertheless, the I was also sitting with grief because I grow good foods, but I want to teach y'all to grow the foods that actually work for you, to combat diabetes, to combat hypertension, to combat any put clotting or things like that. Green, 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 green. And I am so grateful because a lot of those things I have growing right now. Bloodstain, hmm, Bloodstain believer says, I know when I got anxious, they said our blood travels through small holes, and when I got a burst of panic, the blood traveled around the holes, and that's why it felt out of control. Oh, wow. I can see that because I've been studying the heart. Why? Because I only got one of those. We only have one heart. And baby, if this the pressure, blood pressure is the rate at which our blood is flowing through the arteries. And I'm like, well, heart study. I worked for cardiothoracic surgery. I've seen people come through there for the stress events, stress, percentine stress tests, thallium stress tests. And what I don't want to do is find myself in a place where I'm going to have to, this one and only heart that I have, this one and only heart. We also suffer with inflammation all throughout the body. And we have to detox the body from the inflammation. We also struggle with parasites. So we have to detox our bodies. And that part of detoxing your body is also fasting, to cleanse, to flush the body, right? But during that fast, you should also be, green, 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 green vegetables, because that's an artery cleanser. right? And many people don't know that. And so I've been doing the research myself because this is going to be a community of, those with lived experience. Maybe you want to prevent it. Maybe you're not struggling with hypertension, but you want to prevent it. Maybe you're not struggling with diabetes, but you want to eat better so that it is not your story, right? Because it could be your mama's story, your daddy's story, or your brother's story, but you don't want it to be your story. You may have somebody who passed away from a stroke. My brother passed away from all three. He was an amputee with a coronary artery disease. He had a blood clot in the main valve of his heart, and that thing burst and went to his brain and stroked him and gave him a stroke. So this is how it interchanges. This is how it works. That high cholesterol. People look at the LDL. There's good and bad, but people don't look at the triglycerides. They don't talk a lot about the triglycerides. Well, what affects the triglycerides, right? So we're just going to be talking a lot about that and what the literature is saying about it, because that means something to me. Like, I'm not coming out here and Dr. Eve said nothing. I'm going to tell you what the science says because I am a researcher. So that's the goal, is to build a community around living well as a lifestyle. And we're not going to just be talking about food. We're going to be talking about physical. We're going to be talking about mental. We're going to talk about what is supporting our children, supporting ourselves, what holistically, what does that look like? What does it look like to live well as a lifestyle, right? Yeah, so if you look in the post inside of this description box, you'll see the link so that you can join the register for the Zoom. We'll be doing that every Tuesday. And then also in the same link, I have what's called a living well living well lifestyle starter sheet, so you can get started on some things now. It's like a few steps to take now, and it's got some one journal prompt at the end, so you can see how you did or what you're thinking, what your thoughts are around it, so that you can begin to think about that as well. So it's it's gonna be nice. I think it's God given. God says these temples belong to Him, and we want to make sure that we return them to Him. You know, He didn't design our bodies to malfunction. He's the manufacturer. He is the manufacturer, and when we bodies ain't doing right, we have to go to the manufacturer, right? So we will be used. This will be biblically sound as well. Bloodstained Believer says, I learned about parasites when I started doing catch and cook fishing, because they have a ton and the of them, and the water is dirty. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. We are just a rented vessel. That's right. And we must make sure that we treat this body the way because we got a work to do. We have a work to do, and we can't do the work if we don't first begin with our own temples. How do we tell someone else while we're out in the field? How do we share the gospel in truth in a way that people prepare their bodies to be a living sacrifice if we ourselves do not, as leaders who are called to the hedges and the highways, right? So, God has been dealing with me on that. It's been trying to figure out how God wants me to really go about the ministry, because my ministry is touch one life, touch millions. If I could just reach one person that day, God, the 99 might, I'm going after the one, right? Touch one life, touch millions. That's His ministry for me. But I want to do that because I'm called to leadership. And I want to do that in a way that, it's effective. So but God always gives me an experience. Cause I don't sometimes I be thinking I don't hear him, but I be hearing him. Then he'll give me an experience and said, okay, here, you can start right here. Start with yourself. And through those events and life situations and experiences is how I've always addressed real life problems since the beginning, since I started the journey, years ago in 2001 as a mom. Don't let that fall on the ground, baby. Or put it back on. Put it on the counter so it doesn't fall. She's trying to get in my live stream. That's what she wants to do. She wants to get in my live stream. So yeah, so we have to. So I've been talking to God about it. God, what is this going? What does this look like for me for 2026? And what is it that you told me to do last? I want to make sure that I'm, following His steps. In 2024, he had me to implement the support groups because my work centers the use of supportive environments to educate and give access to people all over the world to improve their lifestyles, right? So I began that in 2020, actually started in 2021, but I did it for 1 year. He said, okay, go for 1 year. You are to host these support groups every Tuesday. So I did that every Tuesday for 12 months. Then last year, um, there was, because God had shared with me about, growing food and because he knew things, food, water,
You are
energy.
doing an amazing job. I had a hiccup the other day and worried about the 99
And I
whatever.
forgot the one. And after realizing what I did, I took a step back and took a look at my message. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, some people may have 1 million people on their live streams. She says, hello, kiddo. Some people may have a lot of people on their live streams, but that's just not my story, at least not yet, right? Um, after all, they come to my live and say, "Hey, Auntie." Most people don't want to listen, but I just bring my real and authentic self in all the ways that God wants me to show up. Just push the button, naturally. And so last year, God called me to food, water, energy, and shelter. Mostly because He had already trained me to grow food in 2020. He wanted me to really grow food last year. So, because that was going to have to be something I would have to teach people, not just globally or, on the internet, but in my local community, right? To just get people charged. And so, what we saw was that food became an issue. The covers were pulled back on water, covers were pulled back on food, everything was exposed, right? The rug was pulled from underneath everything, right? And because it was pulled from under everything, they getting them some rest. And so the covers was pulled back on everything. Food, water, shelter, housing market. And now they get ready to go after energy. They've been going after energy for a while, but but he wanted me to begin to show people how to prepare their homes, right? That's why my channel is all about home economy and your lifestyle, because it is really a lifestyle. So we will be talking about quite a bit of things, but we will first begin with our bodies, being the living sacrifice. Uh, yeah, it being a lifestyle. So I'm super excited about it. And if you would like to join, again, there is a link in my description where you can get the starter kit, the starter. Or you can go to my website, but I think I put the link in there for the starter. I'm not sure if I did or not. I need to check that out. Um, But I redid some things yesterday to make sure I can jumpstart it, give y'all the Zoom link and the PDF file for the starter sheet, so you can go ahead and start thinking about it this week before we launch it next week. So I'm excited about it, and more importantly, I'm excited about healing. I'm excited about being the best version of myself for God, because we call to the battlefield, y'all. Um, we don't know what 2026 will bring, but we know what 2025 showed us, right? We know what 2020 to 2025, we know throughout the years what things have shown us. History has and is repeating itself over and over again. So we not only have to challenge ourselves, we have to challenge our babies, our children. How are we preparing for them? How are we talking to our families about what's happening, about God, and his love for them, and his revelation of the gospel. Where are we in that, and how do we prepare our hearts and minds for the hill that we might have to run? Because are our bodies prepared? Are you prepared? I have walked some days, and I'm a pretty physical person, right? I've exercised all my life, but I'm also 62, will be 63 in January, so I'm 63 loading. So things look a little bit different than they did when I was in my 20s and my 30s and my 40s, right? Because now I walk through the airport, and if my flight only got 15 minutes to get to another gate and it's way across the town, by the time I get there, I feel like there's somebody stepping on this chest right here, right? So that is something I've never felt before. So if running through an airport causes me that kind of pressure, what's going on? Like, what's really happening when I can't breathe? I can't, the pressure is so hard that it hurts. In my opinion, that's a problem. And I don't really know what's happening when that happens. So figuring out those things, getting our blood panels done, which is something I gotta do. I've been to they gave me some test results. My test results came back really good. But we definitely got to get into it. We got to get into it. We got to bring our families in. We got to get our bodies prepared for what's ahead. It's not to fear, it's to be ready. Soldiers need to be ready. The remnant needs to be ready. The vessels, those ones that are called to this work, you better be ready, because the folks gonna need us, right? They gonna need us. And we're all called to different people, right? Different ministries. We all have different ministries, right? But many of us are going to be called into the hedges, outside. Outside. Are we ready? Are our bodies are our mental minds physically ready? Are we prayed up? Have we got our daily dosage of God, that will help us to sustain? Do we have what we need to sustain for the work that He's called us to in 2026? That's my message today. That is lemon.
Juice?
No, it's just some lemons I cut up and put in this. She's asking me about the lemons. I cut the lemons up and put them in a jar and put them in the refrigerator to keep them fresh. So that when I want lemon for my tea or lemon for my water, I just go in here and grab refrigerator and grab the lemon. She asked the question, right? And what are we doing? What are we doing in our homes? I'm Dr. Eve, and this is.
And me, Grace. Wait.
What is your New Year's resolution, and does the kiddo have one? I don't have a resolution. My desire is only that the Father does His will in my life. That's
Mm,
all.
my New Year's resolution
Yeah.
is starting to be more active and go outside.
Oh,
Cause me and my mom always do that inside, and I wanna be out active and go outside. So that's what we're gonna start doing.
that's really wonderful. And that's so thoughtful of you to think in that way. I love that for you. And then you can write about your experiences. I love that. She says she's going to be more active. And that is something that needs, some children don't go outside. And we're seeing a lot of the results of that, right? Because you remember when mama tell us to go outside, we weren't allowed to come back in the house till it was dark. And they tell you, keep the door closed. I know, right? Clip that and send it to every single kid. I love that for you. I might clip it. I might clip it and send it to every kid. Or send it out there on the internet somewhere. Thank you. Because that was very thought provoking, right? Very thought provoking. She wants to be active outside, get outside. Me too. You know, Emmy Grace, like my grandma spent all her days outside in the summer, don't she?
Cause I'm gonna try to find seeds and then put them in little jars
Mm-hmm.
and then keep them, and then we're gonna grow some
Grow
plants.
some
Yeah,
plants. I love that.
I'm gonna try to find some seeds.
Forage?
No,
Forage or just get seeds? Because grandma got seeds.
get seeds.
Grandma got seeds. Grandma can help you start some seeds, baby. She said she want to start some seeds. We gonna get her and five of her friends.
Cause I already got a cherry seed from outside.
What do you think about that? Get five of your friends and we can come over and do a workshop. I'd like to do that. See how quickly things can start?
And I know which friend
Yep,
would
I'm pretty
definitely
sure my
listen.
mom locked us out. They did. I don't know how old you are, but we used to play. Where are you from? I'm from Philadelphia, actually. I'm in North Carolina by way of Philadelphia, and we used to play wall ball. I played with the fire hydrants. We used to play. Man, we came back in. We knew we was outside. We smelled like outside. We hung out, and we was hanging out. And some of the games that I remember most are wall ball, dodgeball, jacks. We played all kinds of games on the porch, on the porch, on the concrete, wherever we could play. And there was a circle somewhere. Pick up sticks, you remember those? All the things we used to do. I've been up here an hour now. I guess I better close this live because it's probably going on. It was just meant to be a New Year's live. I mean, not New Year's, but I'm in the house doing some housework live. A casual live. You said you're from Ohio and you just turned 40. Okay, cool. So you're around my son's age. My son is 37. I had children. I had him when I was 26. So you're like a daughter. Oh, a colleague. I just seen some kids jump roping and I was shocked. Yes, jump rope. We used to love that double dutch. Double dutch bunch. We was the double dutch bunch. You remember that song, the double dutch bunch? You remember that song? What do you have you ever heard that song, Emma Grace? The double dutch bunch.
Or I could just bring some toys outside, get a blanket, and
Mhm.
play.
Mhm.
Play outside. And my dog would be, hi,
Yeah.
come with me. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm Marley.
Did you ever see cutout dolls? We played with cutouts. Paper dolls. Do you remember paper dolls? Bloodstained banner? Believer? Do you remember paper dolls? We had paper dolls. I
I'm
loved my paper dolls because I could change their clothes anytime I feel like it. Oh, all it was some paper, and we could make some new ones too.
I need to show you something. Wait, I need to see my phone. So I can show you the video.
Another good thing is she loves to do. She loves art. So, and I love art too. So taking her down to the park, and just doing, sitting there on a blanket and drawing what you see.
So when my mom um gets her money, this is what I'm gonna try to do out. Let me just show you some
She
videos.
got a plan.
Mm,
You do remember paper dolls? I loved my paper
This.
dolls.
I'm gonna make this. I've been watching this for a long time.
What's that,
So I'm
nail
gonna,
art?
yeah. You can make
Oh.
little nail dolls, and then just do it.
Oh, nail dolls, puppets. Oh, I like that. You can have a whole show with them puppets, with finger puppets. Have you ever done finger puppets? I remember those. Yep, you can take gloves. She says, I remember doing that with my mom. She would read and I would feed the ducks. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, because it's so much to see. It's so calming. It's so nature. It's so many things to do outside. Hmm.
I want to get a dog so bad, so
No,
I
because you
can
have to
go
take care of
outside.
it. Mm-mm. You can just take yourself out there, baby. Yep. Or a roller skates, even.
I
Roller
don't have
skates.
roller skates.
You want roller skates? Grandma get you some roller skates. Soft. We used to roller skate. My sister Gina was the roller skate queen. My daddy was too. And I'm telling you, he was a fancy skater. I've not seen these kids. You just threw away some sock puppet finger dolls, did you? Oh, you sound like you had a lot of fun too, bloodstained believer. She says she just threw away some sock puppet finger dolls. So she on the right track, huh?
Oh, yeah, puppets.
Mm-hmm. Well, my load of clothes has stopped, so I'm gonna go and get that load out and start another load. Get these bed linens cleaned. Make sure I get it all done before the clock tick tick ticks.
Wait.
I might come back later, and she has something she wants to say. Hold on. Oh, okay. Hold on. She said, and see you next time. She's a sweetie. All right, Bloodstained Believer, it was wonderful chatting with you. Thank you so much for coming in and engaging. It's always nice to have someone to talk to. I am Dr. Eve, and this is.
Emmy Grace.
And until next time,
Bye
bye for
bye.
now.